Hey everybody, it's Cyborg and I am joined by Temp, and today we have Year 5, issue number 17? Alright, we are almost there, guys, so if you are just tuning in, thank you, first of all, and second of all, go check out the previous issues so we don't get, we're not spoiling you. But if you're returning to us and you're ready for this video, which I appreciate it, love you guys. Like the video, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump right into the comic here. Okay, so we start off in Washington, D.C. at the Hall of Justice. Superman, as we left off, was poisoned by the kryptonite mace that Hawkman was wielding, and he killed him. So, that is, Hawkman died. That is, not Superman, of course. And then Flash took the mace away, so we see him running back. Wonder Woman and Hal and Hawkgirl, not Hal, Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel and Hawkgirl are fearing for Superman's life and wondering if he's going to be okay, if he's going to make it. But they need to go find Cyborg. So they all kind of spread out and go do that while Wonder Woman aids to Superman. And man, he looks rough. Like, he has like green veins going all over the place. He wants to call Lex and hopefully get some help here. Flash takes off, and he's trying to find him. Meanwhile, we cut down to the 200 feet below street level, below everything going on, abandoned LexCorp in Metropolis. Everything's all destroyed, of course, still. And we see Batman, Batgirl, and Batwoman. They're hacking into Cyborg, and they're all in hazmat suit looking things, like Mr. Freeze or something. Batman looks great. Just like his head just sticking out there.
It's hard to take him seriously when his shoulders are that fucking wide in a fucking like air suit. Like,
yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, so they're trying to hack into him, and they want some answers. They want the satellite footage that shows Superman destroying the Joker Underground. Meanwhile, Superman is telling Wonder Woman, "We need to find Victor. We've come too far. We need to make sure that, they don't access him and release whatever." And she keeps asking, access to what? What does he have? And obviously she doesn't know. And Superman will not tell her. And then he just kind of like passes out in his throne. Like, it looks really silly. But yeah, she is not sure what's going on. She wants answers. She's talking to Lex. Then all of a sudden Flash arrives and is talking to Lex. And he's trying to get Lex to help him, and he's asking Lex as well, what is it that's on there? And he assumes it's something that's incriminating to Superman that makes him look like a cold-blooded murderer or whatever. And Lex just kind of says, you know what, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, which is interesting, I suppose, for him to say that to Flash. And Batwoman and all of them find the footage, so now they have it. They got the smoking gun. They come on all the screens and all the cities, all the big screens on people's phones and everything. And we're jumping in the next chapter here. And she basically starts off by saying, Superman's not who you think he is. The regime. I have something that proves that Superman is a cold-blooded murderer. And she starts to air the footage. And all of a sudden, Raven shows up. She doesn't cut the feed, but she uses black magic to essentially black out everything. So no monitors or anything are showing up with any sort of footage. So Raven, in the nick of time, just in typical fashion for the regime, always have some little thing that just graces their presence. It's like the Yellow Lantern ring, and now this. But yeah, it's several times. The insurgency just has it right at their fingertips, and it just slips right through. It's unfortunate. Like, it's so sad.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, maybe you should just find something else to do.
Yeah, it might be time to start other things at this point.
Yeah. So anyways, they realize it's magic, and now Cyborg is waking up. His sensor goes off, like his tracking device goes off, so Wonder Woman knows where to go find him. She tells Flash and Captain Marvel to go get him. Flash immediately goes to him, but everyone else bailed, so Batwoman, Batgirl, and Batman are all gone at this point, and they're on their monorail underneath the city that's lined with lead. Unfortunately, Batgirl's laptop has been fried, so they seemingly lost all footage, all traces that they had, so now they can't try and re-air the footage another time. And Batwoman says they're back at square one again, which noticeably kind of makes Batman kind of turn his head a little bit at the disappointment, I suppose, in Batwoman. Honestly, it's disheartening to see Batwoman. Yeah, I mean, these three have been through so many rough times in this comic. They just cannot catch a break.
It's been a bad day.
Yeah, it's another bad day at the office for the old insurgency. And then, so Superman, or not Superman, but essentially, yeah, Superman tells Lex to let him have some time alone, him and Cyborg, and he tells Cyborg to wipe all of his databases, completely wipe them clean, and yep, so that way he gets rid of all the evidence. Then we cut to Lex Luthor back in New York City, and Batman's there waiting for him. He says he shouldn't be here, but Batman explains, you know, we need something here. I hid some kryptonite in the Batcave. There's a weapon that can potentially take Clark down, but unfortunately we need the DNA of all the Injustice, or not the Injustice, but all the Justice League members, the various Justice League members, I should say, not all like 100 of them, but the mainstays. And Lex isn't sure how that's going to be done, but he has an idea. He explains that maybe we use the members from a different Earth, not from our Earth. So we leave off there. Your thoughts, sir?
I didn't like this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another like, oh, we almost did it for the millionth time.
You gotta be quicker than that. You almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that. It's that dollar that's just going away.
So it's just it's not so bad. It's not like the whole year was like this, but it just it's reached an exhaustion point. There's also a lot of little things where I'm like, eh. Then there's other things I was like, eh. There's another part that's like, eh. Let's just jump to the very end. When Lex says, who says they have to be from our Earth? And Batman's got this face like, seriously? You could have done this the whole time?
Yep.
And we're just now pulling other Earth heroes? You mean this was an option from the beginning, you asshole? Like, it's like, why? I don't want to treat like the Eagles thing from Lord of the Rings because... First of all, that's always been an unfair criticism of Lord of the Rings, but maybe there's an explanation, so I don't want to jump the gun here. Maybe there's a reason they couldn't pull the other Earth heroes, and I don't know what it is, but I would not have ended the issue on this, that's me, but...
They're always good at explaining things. I mean, they've... Like I've said before, I mean, I always try and give them the benefit of the doubt, because they generally, more often than not in this comic, surprise me with how much they actually follow up on things and explain things that you think... Normally they would just pass over, so I'll give it time, but yeah, I'm with you in that, yeah, it seemed kind of odd that option wasn't presented before, but hopefully we'll find out why that is. But yeah, I'm with you in that this issue just felt like reopening old wounds of, hey, uncharted territory, just another failed, like they get so close, they have this great plan, they manage to pull it off, but in the very, in the final hour, they're on the putting green, and they just, for some reason, cannot get that ball in. Like,
yeah, it's like 7 putts later.
Yeah, not even their own fault. It's just there's always some X factor that comes out of nowhere that they're not expecting, that no one should be expecting. Like Raven coming out of nowhere to help them again. So
I was gonna do Hawk Girl first, but let's go straight to Raven.
Sure.
Why does Raven do things? I don't get it. I don't understand Raven. Like, what is her... It's like Hawkgirl. I don't understand either of those characters' motivations, but it goes double for Raven, because at least Hawkgirl is acting in character. I don't know why she makes the choices she does, but the things she's... I can rationalize it. Raven is just out of the blue, like, fucking pro-insert or pro-regime, and just bam, blackout. Just... After she already told Superman she didn't feel like helping out, so I think that's what happened. But
it was what sparked it was him saying that the insurgency basically used Trigon as a pawn and got him like erased from existence or wherever he got sent. So that's what sparked in her mind, like, okay, that's messed up. I'll help you," type of thing.
Well, even the Trigon Raven thing is weird. I wish they did kind of sort of develop that a little bit more. But even though I think Hawkman kind of had it coming, I don't feel terribly bad for Hawkman. It would have been nice to have more of a response from Hawkgirl. Maybe not a different response. Like, I get why she's calloused.
Yeah.
He was basically an abusive husband, but I would have liked a little more of a reaction than that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're in agreement. Definitely probably the lowest issue of the bunch so far in terms of it was just rehashing old territory that we didn't really want rehashed. So far, year 5 has actually been decent because it just because it feels like fresh territory, just uncharted territory. But this one was going back to the same old stuff and the same old. You got real close, but then just slipped right through your fingers in the end, type of thing. And we're just tired of seeing that failure over and over and over because it hurts. Like, I felt Batwoman's pain when she's like, "We have to start over from square one." Again, like, it's just like, I know, just stop, please stop trying, please.
Oh man, and Cyborg, like, reading the comics, Cyborg in the game doesn't make any sense. Seeing the things he's seen, just when at the very end when Superman's like, "You need to delete everything," which seems, even for Superman, seems a little over the top. Like, there's probably some important shit they didn't need to delete, but he's like, "Delete everything, Cyborg," and Cyborg's just like, "Booyah, it's all gone. It's all fucking gone." So, Cyborg, why do you do things? Hawkgirl, why do you do things? Raven, why do you do things? I don't get it. But, no, I mean, year 5, I do want to say that year 5, you're right. It's probably like my second or third favorite year, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just in terms of at least how much I enjoy reading it. Maybe not in terms of, like, great storytelling, but just an easy, good, fun read by the fireplace kind of year. I like it so far.
All right, well, we'll leave it off on that. We'll see you guys tomorrow for issue number 18 on this long journey, and we are almost done. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you tomorrow for issue number 18. Take care.
Peace.